For Our Lady, we prevail. Uh, or so we hope. This video is out there to help people so they can find a way to fight back, which I haven't found. But as a veteran, I'm nearing the possibility of getting back into a home, which is better because we poured over between myself, a certain extent, a very smaller degree, but my own share, and then share from HUD and the VA, over 190,000 dollars into rental companies, not rental companies, property management companies for our rent for a voucher. And myself, it's probably closer to maybe around, I don't know, maybe a grand or two in my share. Probably around there, probably less. But, besides, there's programs out there to get veterans in homes. It's the whole intent of the voucher system, not to keep them in apartments. Not saying, it's bad for people to live in an apartment, but the whole purpose why veterans are supposed to be in homes is because that's the intention. We're the only group that's specifically mentioned that are to be in homes. And there's a ton of programs out there. Unless you're myself. Every time you get close to 2020, before we went homeless because Country Way gave me a notice to quit, saying that our place was rented, but it never was. Uh, my credit was at the point that, number one, my education was almost fully complete to return back to the military, even reserve. I had a couple of different approaches to this that I was looking at, and if I would have gotten into one of those approaches, I could have done a lateral conversion into the line, and we would have also been eligible for a home, to get a home loan. Um, and now I'm even more eligible than before because I'm rated. The chance of me going back to the military are very slim at this point, very slim, slim to none, because of everything that's happened in Saginaw County to decimate my health. I have too many things; they won't waiver them. Not without an act of God or an act of the White House or the Secretary of the Navy. These things more than likely would never be wavered. But being rated now and disabled, not to a full degree, but to 60%. I mean, if every paperwork and every check that I've done is true, of course, some people are trying to claim it's all a fraud and somebody's donating the money and they're masking it through fake websites. That's the crap people are saying. Just like they said the same thing for my 3 master's degrees. Oh, it was all fake. But that being said, now they're doing everything they can. T-Mobile, Google, USAA, they're all using the same call center because I call and talk to the same people. I know who it is. It's some kind of a spin-off or connected to Morley. Just like dealing with the difficulty with Vet Connect. A lot of people say, oh, we couldn't get a hold of him even if I leave a voicemail. Oh, unable to contact veteran. Then noted in my case summaries for the VA, and then I get a unable to contact letter. And this crap has been going on for the worst the past 3 years. And then knowing where we live, uh, a premier property management property, and somebody in there is using a simulator. That way nobody can get us by phone. That way they screw with my email and they go through my email. When I leave this area and I'm in a different area and I connect to the internet, I get a whole slew of internet of emails that are being um, they're not deleted, which means the ones I'm deleting when I'm in my house or at a store or on the bus, they're in a simulator. That's the only time that that would happen. And they do everything they can to ruin our life through this damn simulator. And I know it's on the property because I can see the police going to visit these scumbags who control it. I see the people from MDHHS going to modify our benefits. They just move it around the complex. Does the company know about this? Well, you know, this company has a hard time with hiring good people to run the front office. The new people haven't been there very long, so I can't really say much except that I know the pattern of this place. They're bleeding money through people, usually scumbag ex-cons on the run, or people that had their children taken away and they're on the run, or people that are literally on the run because the police are looking for them. They will come and break in here into apartments that are already ready. They're warm, the water's turned on, or they're cool because the AC is still on. And this happens in this complex all the time. So that being said, those companies, T-Mobile, through the payment arrangement plan, and then they keep changing the date that my bill cycles because of the payment arrangements. I've ever since we opened our T-Mobile hotspot, I've been paying double the price of the bill for I don't know 6, 7 months. I've been paying double the price of the bill, and they refuse to give me credit. And Google also, when I was on the 50% for 6 months program, and I reduced 3 lines down to one, Google wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. When I went from 3 lines down to one, they wouldn't let me get. Let me explain how this happened. They wouldn't give me credit for being overcharged. They were charging me for two. Um, what was it? Two unlimited YouTube, or no? What was it? That was it. YouTube premiums. They were charging me for two um, unlimited data plans when I only had one line open. All the others were supposed to have been canceled, and they refused to let me actually to cancel my YouTube premium when our 50% for 6 month program ended. They wouldn't let me, you know, cut down the bill even more and get off of YouTube Premium. They wouldn't let me do it in the software. Um, I had to do everything through the call center, usually through chat or on phone. And then we come down to USAA. Every time I go in and I adjust my PIP, I give them a copy of my. I found out that VA medical insurance is not qualifying medical insurance, according to the Commissioner of Insurance for the state of Michigan, and I disagree because he's not looking at rated veterans, or he's not looking even at a regular veteran. A regular veteran, you will be treated. You just go through the VA, and I disagree with his assessment that it's qualifying health insurance. I disagree. If you go to a ER and you have a deductible or you have your what do you call it? Your oh darn, what do they call that? Your like your fee, your darn, what is that word? Copay. It still applies even if you're in an accident. I disagree with the assessment by the Commissioner of Insurance. I disagree with it. And I think veterans are being railroaded. And I would really cast into doubt, who's Who's behind this? The commissioner of insurance or the insurance companies? That's what I would say. Even if you have government insurance like Medicaid or Medicare, you can still only go down to 50,000 for your PIP for your car, and I disagree with that because even if you have VA insurance, you go through a VA medical center, you go through the VA to be admitted to a hospital. It's no different than any other insurance company. It's the same. You go to a hospital, oh, it's not in a network. Okay, needs pre-authorization. It's the same. Need pre-authorization. Oh, okay, well, the guy just got in a car accident. Okay, authorization is given, but it's after the fact. It's the same. It should be qualifying health coverage. I disagree. And I don't think that veterans organizations and even the Attorney General, I don't think they backed veterans good enough when the decision was, when they came to it, that VA medical insurance is not QHC. I disagree. It is qualifying health coverage. It's just the same as any other HMO. And any other HMO, you're going to have limitations and deductibles and co-pays and restrictions, just like anything else. I disagree. Even some things for Medicaid require pre-authorization, and if you're admitted and they're doing it, it would be after the fact. It's the same. I disagree. I think veterans were railroaded with that decision. But that being said, I keep submitting my insurance information, my health insurance information for USAA so that I can get down to the PIP reduction to 50,000, and somebody keeps changing it. And they blame me every time, some more victim shaming. Every time, oh, you didn't submit it in time. Oh, it was illegible. Oh, we never received it. I've uploaded this stuff 6 times. Then I had another person say, oh, it's supposed to be within 7 days. I've uploaded the stuff 6 times. This is call center targeting. I have no doubt. And to tell somebody they only have 7 days, that's hogwash. You can make a change to your policy at any time you want. That's hogwash. I call them on that. They can't say, oh, you only have 7 days. No, you have as long as you want. And they have as long as they want to change it. That being said, their policy is 7 days. Okay, what about the 6 times I've uploaded? I was only late twice. It's just targeting by their call center. And every time, after 7 to 10 days pass, they will go through and they will reset everything, and then it goes back to the unlimited, which is high, which is $700. And there was a time that I went through and I don't even know why I was restricted to 50,000. I don't know. I disagree with that. Again, I think this is the state of Michigan veterans organizations allowing themselves to be bound and their hands tied, but also the state of Michigan not advocating for veterans, because when you reduce your PIP to 0 because you have QHC, my policy goes down from at unlimited, I'm at 700, over 721 per policy period, which is 6 months. When I go down to 50,000, it's 400 to 500. That portion, PIP. All of the others being, most of them less than $100. PIP is the highest. With the 50,000, it goes to 4,500. That's per policy period. But every time that it's reset, you lose that and it goes back to the original. It could be 2, 3, 4 weeks. So you're paying the extra 1, 2, 300 for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then it's prorated again. So again, we have a snowball effect, just like with T-Mobile. So in the end, I have all of this debt. So it doesn't matter that that we have some kind of compensation, while I try to get my medical care stabilized. It doesn't matter because we don't go anywhere forward. We're still stuck in the damn same place. Now, this will make you angry. It will make you tired of the bullshit. You won't want to go into a church because some of the same damn people that brag about how good they are going to these churches. And I don't care if they're raising their hands during the service or if they're down praying on their knees. It's the same bullshit kind of attitude and gaslighting bullshit that goes on. And I'm sick of it. And if you're like me, you'll be pissed off too. You'll be fucking tired of people screwing with your family. You'll be tired of the arrogant ass social workers that victimize you. And they say, oh, it's what the manual says. But actually, it wasn't them pushing the button. It's somebody they grabbed from the community that more than likely has probably spent time in jail, or they're part of some movement, QAnon, Me Too, whatever, some kind of woke thing, whatever. Just to bully the hell out of you because it gives us something cool to talk about on the bus or at a mission or at a soup kitchen or standing around at Walmart or at wherever. Just that they have bragging rights, how they victimize somebody. But then publicly they say, oh yeah, we're helping them. We're helping these people. We're helping my 10 clients, I'm helping them. I feel like a real social worker. But then when the door closes, then the real monster comes out. And this is the kind of bullshit that veterans have to deal with. People that keep victimizing them again and again and again. And when they complain, they threaten, oh, well, your rating can disappear. They threaten, oh, well, if it's an unstable environment, maybe it's not good for your kids. They threaten, well, if you're having emotional turmoil, maybe you shouldn't have a concealed weapons permit. They threaten, well, if you can't handle your finances, maybe somebody else should control them. This is the fucking bullshit that my family, my children and I have to deal with every damn day.